Guys, what is up? My name's Scott Bailey, and today's video is going to be a new video. And instead of a Minecraft or a GTA video, today we are going to be having a little bit of story time. Now, guys, if my voice does sound a little bit better than my usual videos, it's because I have got a new microphone. It's called a Fine Studio USB microphone. And if you guys want to go pick this cheap mic up yourself, I'll leave it I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But yeah, it's a USB mic, so you don't have to put anything else. You plug it straight into your laptop and use your recording software on it, and it works fine. So yeah, guys, good quality. This is kind of a tester video, and yeah, today I'm going to talk about a story of how I cracked my head open. So yeah, guys, if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss another one of my awesome videos. And yeah, guys, let's get on into this video. Okay, so when this happened, well, when I cracked my head open, let's go back a little bit. So I was roughly about 7 to 10, I'm not too sure. I don't think I was 7, I think I was like 8 to 10 years old, and pretty much, it was a normal Monday, I think. I think it might have been Thursday, or I think it might have been Wednesday. I don't think it was Monday, but it was along the lines of those days. So pretty much, it was a normal school day. I went to school. It was quite a good day at school, I remember being. And then I had this mate. We're going to give him a name called Alfie, okay? That's going to be my friend's name. Because obviously I'm not going to use his real name just in case he doesn't want it to be used. I don't really speak to Alfie to this day, but I do know him, and I do have him on Xbox as a friend. So yeah, so pretty much, it's a normal day at school. We come home, and then usually, it's kind of like summer, so it was nearly summer, but it's not summer, so it's kind of like it's like stays quite bright outside when it's quite dark. So usually I can like play out for a little bit longer than usual. So pretty much I get home and I play Mario Kart on the Wii because that was like an OG game like when I was young. I didn't think I had the Xbox One at the time. Xbox One, sorry, the Xbox 360 at the time. So I had the Wii. I remember I was playing Mario Kart and I had my dinner, and then Alfie came to knock for me, saying that he wants to play out with me. It was roughly about um 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and obviously being like 8 to 10 years old, that is quite a late time to go play outside. So pretty much I asked my mum, and pretty much this is how my old house was spaced. So you had the bungalow, and then below you had a car park. We lived in a bungalow, and it had a balcony on, and pretty much like the bungalow was like quite high up, and it looked down on the car park, and pretty much there was like another balcony on the side, and it had a row of houses on, and then further down there was a park. So pretty much, if my mum sat down on the balcony or near the balcony, then she could see me because that's where Alfie lived, my mate lived. That's where he lived, on the row of houses on the other balcony. So I thought, then why don't I like tell my mum, because she was outside anyway. She was doing whatever, but she was outside anyway. So yeah, she was just watching me, and yeah, so she said yes. I was like, cool, okay. So I go over there and I walk into Alfie's house to find that his mum's there, and he's just finishing up his dinner, and he's also got this other mate. We're going to give him the name of Matthew, okay? So Alfie and Matthew and me, yeah? So Alfie was my original friend, and then Matthew was Alfie's friend. So we didn't really go to the parks before it was a little bit far away, and I told them I couldn't really go outside for my mum. It was on the balcony, and so yeah. So we was playing we was playing a few games, we was talking, chit chat about school and that, and yeah. So pretty much what we ate. When we was playing it, we came to this complication that between me and Matthew. We was both quite fast, and I wouldn't really, and he's saying that he's faster than me. So then I was like, okay. You think faster than me, huh? So then Alfie decided to do a race, and Alfie, not being mean, but he isn't really the fittest person to be in a race with me. I'm not like saying that I love myself at the time, but you know, I was a pretty quick kid. I'm not going to lie at that age. And obviously Alfie was an amazing friend, but he definitely wasn't like to the fitness levels as we are. I'm trying to make it sound not as mean as possible, but I'm just gonna put it like that. Sorry, Alfie, if you're watching and you get offended. Well, Alfie, you know who you are, because your name's not Alfie. But yeah, so pretty much he is out like, let's say that Alfie's kind of the guy who says go and finish, and that's about it. So pretty much, if it's a close game, he comes out in the middle and he puts his hands up, and whoever touches the hand first obviously wins the race. So pretty much it's like a 200-meter race. So there's an alley in the middle of the column of houses or bungalows, and pretty much that column had a wall at the end, and pretty much there was a wall, and then with the balcony was like the car park, and then the road leading out of the street. So it was kind of like an L shape. So there's balconies all along an L shape, and the car park has a square, and then like a little road following out of the street. So me and Alfie were literally, we was just gonna do a quick race. So we started at the balcony, pretty much near the car park, and the balcony was like it was quite high up. It was a good, like, it's hard to, it was a good like 10, 15, 20 foot up. So you know it was quite high. So then yeah, so we started there, a huge brick wall, and pretty much yeah, we started there, and we had to go to the end of the alley, touch the wall, come back, and if it was a close race, whoever touched Alfie's hand at the finish line won the race. So that was how it's planned. And you guys are probably like, well, what does this have to do with Cracking Heather? Well, I guess you guys can kind of follow on what I'm going here. So pretty much, there was like a staircase going down the balcony into the road, well, onto a path next to the road. And pretty much what happened was there was like a little space with the staircase, and then you had the brick wall. So Alfie was like in the middle of the alleyway, and then you had like a brick wall, like a corner of a brick wall. And pretty much me being quite fast at my age, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell where this is leading to. But pretty much being like my age, I was a really quick. I could probably do about 100-meter in probably about 15, 16 seconds. That's quite fast for an 8 to 10-year-old. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty fast. Let me know, guys, how fast you were when you were young, if you're watching. So yeah, so me and Matthew, we start the race, and obviously well, I say obviously, but I really don't have the best acceleration when I start the race. He had the upper hand, he was running, and pretty much, yeah, whoever touched the wall first and came back won. So we touched the wall, both roughly at the same time. I kind of caught back up, and then he accelerated off first, and then I kind of caught back up to him with all my energy left. And then pretty much Alfie decided to stand out at the very last minute, leading to me tripping over his foot. I won the race. I tripped over his foot and literally dolphin dived like a Call of Duty into the corner of this brick wall, right on top of my forehead. Now, not on my forehead, but like on the top of my head. Literally, I would hate to relive the moment because I shiver thinking about it. I shiver thinking about it. It's just crazy how I don't have any brain damage or anything because the way I flew into that wall, the corner of a brick wall is beyond me. It is literally beyond me how I don't have any brain damage right now. So pretty much, yeah, I trip over, I dove up, and I smashed my head full pelt into the corner of this brick wall. Now, I literally, like, you know, when I'm pretty sure you've seen a video where someone like throws something loud, and then like the ears go like really weird and eerie. That's what it kind of felt like. So I couldn't hear anything. All I could hear was buzzing in my ears. And then I kind of gained my hearing back, and then all I could feel was my head absolutely banging out of its mind. I mean, I already had the biggest headache. I felt like I was in like a classroom with stars spinning around my head. It felt so bad. And then I couldn't breathe. I was in so much shock. I was just like, I just couldn't breathe. That's all. I was just absolutely just shocked at what happened. I was in so much shock. Now, finally, before passing out, I got my breath back. I held my breath for like 20 seconds. I wasn't impressed that as I was in shock. But yeah, so I finally gained my breath back. And then I started walking to my mum's house because I knew something wasn't right. And honestly, if it wasn't for Alfie's mum, it would have probably turned out a lot worse than it would have done. So pretty much, yeah, I started seeing bleeding. I looked down and I saw blood drip. And I'm like, oh no. Also, being 8 to 10, I don't know what to do. So my first instinct is to walk back to my house and walk from there back to my house. Walking that slow because I'm in so much pain is probably going to take like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe even 4. You know, it's having that much pain in your head and then trying to walk home while you're in shock and you're struggling to breathe isn't the easiest thing, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, so pretty much. And then, I'm trying to, it's so hard to explain. It happened so long ago. I'm 14 now, I'm turning 15 this year. And it happened when I was like from 7 to 10 years old. I can't remember how old, but I do have a photo for you guys to check out throughout this video, and it's a picture of my scar, just to show that this video is real. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, hang on. If I can't work out the age, yeah, guys, if you can work out the age, because it will have the year on it, just let me know in the comments how old I was when it happened. I'll show you a picture right here. But yeah. So oh, for God's sake, ow! Sorry, my fluffy thing fell off my mic. Hang on, put it back on. Yeah, there we go. Right, got it back on. There we go. Oh, the tripod's falling. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Right, there we go. Right, is it good? Right, back in action. Okay, right. So, yeah, so pretty much I was trying to walk back to my mum's, and literally, like, Alfie's mum walked out. I was screaming. Uh, I was screaming so high. I swear it's like one of those dog whistles that's so high pitched that a human can't hear it, but a dog can hear it really loud. That is probably what my scream was like. It was so loud. I just remember it to this day, and it haunts me. It does haunt me. But yeah, so Alfie's mum walks out. Obviously, first instinct, outside the house, she hears a kid crying. Well, not crying, but probably screaming his head off. So then she walks out, and pretty much, if it wasn't for her, it probably would have turned out a lot worse. So pretty much, she was, I don't know what she was, but she used to be a nurse. I don't know whether she quit or whether she got fired or whether she retired. I don't know, but she used to be a nurse. And pretty much, she kind of just took me in. Because I know, if I walked into that house, in my state, with my mum looking at me like that, my mum probably pass out. So literally, Alfie's mum literally knew what she was doing. She got her first aid kit. She got up bandages. She just done everything that was right. And honestly, I thank her so much. Even to this day, when I don't even see her, but I still thank her in my head to this day so much. Just because, you know, if it wasn't for her, things could have turned out a lot worse. To be honest, see, I'm bleeding quite badly, and she kind of cleans me up. And then my mates go get my mum, and then she comes back, and she's just like shocked. Once Alfie's mum cleaned me up, she takes me back to, well, my mum takes me back to the house. Obviously, Alfie's mum just takes me there just as well. And literally, I stained Alfie's mum's staircase a little bit. She dropped blood, but they moved now. They've moved out now. But I did actually stain her staircase carpet because my blood drapped down from my head onto the carpet. Which I'm sorry, I lie. And yeah, so she took me home, and then my mum decides to pop the worst joke ever. I'm still crying. I'm still like really like, oh, what's the word? Like aggy. I'm just like, you know, I'm not in the mood for jokes. My mum just went, "Oh, Scott, mate, I can see your brain." Honestly, I was crying. That just made me 10 times worse. She's like, "Oh, I'm only joking. I'm sorry." Literally, it was so funny now, but at the time, I was literally I was not in the mood or not in the game for jokes. I was in agony. I was crying. I was very sobby at the time. And then yeah, so we get home, and then pretty much I put on some clothes, and my dad comes and from work early, and then pretty much they take me to hospital. I didn't get stitches on my head actually. I got it glued together with pretty stick glue. No, I didn't get pretty stick glue, but I got it glued together with something. Yeah, I didn't get it stitched. I'm glad I didn't get it stitched up. Apparently, getting things stitched up is very painful, so I'm kind of glad I got it glued. And yeah, so then the next day I came to school. Yes, I came to school the next day, but I couldn't wear my school jumper because it was too tight to get around my neck, and it would like touch my glue. Well, it touched my glue. It sounds so weird. It would touch my cut, and obviously it could get caught in the it could get caught, and it would just rip it open again. It'll start bleeding even worse. So yeah, I just wore like a really stretchy jumper to school. Well, not stretchy, but like I had like quite a lot of neck room to get my head round. So yeah, I came to school and I was like, guys, look at this, and everybody was just like, I thought it was kind of cool to go to school the next day, just tell everybody about it, and just be like, yeah, I know, I did that, I'm badass. And then, yeah, it was alright. I finished. I was in quite a bit of pain that day, but I was fine. You know, my mates cheered me up and that. Played a little bit of football on the first day if I cracked my head open. Yeah, I know, I can be a little bit of a loose grip at times. But yeah, so as we're walking home, I'm walking up. Well, me and my mum saw Alfie's mum and Alfie, so we caught up with them. Was walking home with them up these hills, and then yeah, and then they just gave me like a bucket of sweets for like just like saying sorry. And to this day, I'm still confused why they said sorry, because it wasn't their fault. It really wasn't their fault. Obviously, Alfie felt so guilty. Sorry, Alfie felt so guilty because he thought it was his fault because he kind of moved out at the last minute. Obviously, there's a brick wall, and he just appeared out of nowhere like magic. And obviously, at the last minute, and obviously, I did not have any time to slow down, and I just tripped on his foot, and I fell. But obviously now, and it was quite rainy. It had rained the night before, so it's still quite slippy. So that just made matters even worse, to be honest. Honestly, like the weather and the date and the time was just absolutely just. It was like it was made up, to be honest. It was like it was planned. It's like today, Scott, you're gonna get your head cracked open. That's what it felt like. It felt like it was a plan. Gave me a of sweets. I said sorry, and honestly, to this day, I still wonder. Thank you for the sweets, but I don't really care about the sweets. What I care about is why they said sorry, because it wasn't his fault. He didn't know that it was coming back so quick. Like, I just feel so bad for him still, and he feels bad for me. Obviously, we've gotten over it now, but like, I still do think sometimes, like when it comes up on Facebook as Time Hop, I just think, like, I think back at how it happened, and I just think, like, how I haven't got brain damage and how I'm lucky. Maybe not to be here right now, because I wouldn't have died. That's a bit over dramatic, but you know, it would have gone a lot worse if it wasn't for Alfie's mum. So thank you so much, and yeah, I'm very grateful. And yeah, guys. So guys, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. Again, this is the new microphone that I'm using, the Firefine Studio mic. It's a USB mic, £22 from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. It's a USB mic, so you plug it into your laptop and it works perfectly. It comes with a muffler, and I've got one. I don't know whether you get or not, but I've got one with a golden plate on top. It looks well cool. I'll put a screenshot up on screen right now, right here. And yes, video isn't sponsored by. And yeah, guys, that's about it for today. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal videos with Minecraft and GTA. And yeah, the next video will be Minecraft City Series Episode 6, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, that's all for today. Hope you guys did enjoy. And yeah, guys, that's about it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.